The next party is the YouTube is over party. Very exciting.
Pack it up, everybody.
Yeah, the next day after our last podcast, there was a new over party. It was pretty funny.
I wish Hila had said, we wish we left up the decorations for the K-pop canceling us, because we could have left that up for YouTube. Now,
so what did YouTube do?
You know, YouTube really almost like a birthday for them, because I feel like they get canceled every year. It's almost like an annual celebration.
Tradition.
So really, it is kind of like their birthday.
It is a holiday season.
Let's remember, when did this take place? The beginning of December. So let's see if next year there's another YouTube is over party around the same time of year. What did YouTube do? YouTube enacted a new anti-harassment policy that resulted in the removal of several prominent videos. Beloved videos, including, for example, most prominent, I would say, is iDubbbz content comp on Leafy is Here, as we all know and love and cherish that video.
I mean, it's really like a historical video at this point of an era on YouTube.
Totally. It totally is. And I mean, if anything, it belongs in a museum, not off YouTube.
Yeah.
They should put that in the honored videos catalog of YouTube. You know what I mean? They should have like a page specifically dedicated to the most honored videos on YouTube. Now, I'll get into that later, but let's get into the policy itself. Here's the blog post they posted, and let me dig into this for you. Here we go. Now, I'm going to read you guys some bulletin points, but here it is. They say, an update to our harassment policy. Yeah, it's too much to read. YouTube Rewind. Oh, let's see. Can I read this whole thing? Not really.
No. It's not that interesting. It's just...
Here, I'll give you the Reader's Digest. YouTube will no longer allow videos that maliciously insult someone based on protected attributes such as race, gender identity, or sexuality. I feel like they already didn't allow that.
Me too.
Because they had an anti-hate policy.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Because here it doesn't... Yeah, I mean, it says... you couldn't say racist shit before, could you?
Well, and they did, and that's what kind of kicked off this whole controversy back in the summer with the Crowder and the Vox dude, right?
Yeah.
Because the Vox dude was saying, hey, your policy says that he should be banned for these things, and you're not doing it.
So I'm not sure what exactly they expanded on, because they definitely had an anti-hate policy. I guess it's specifically about harassment. So maybe you're not committing a hate crime, but it's more about... I don't know. It's funny that they have to make up these rules for themselves.
I know. I feel like just remove it then.
You don't have to justify anything.
If someone is maliciously insulting someone based on race or gender, that's just like common sense, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that I just find it funny that they need to create these rules when the rule itself is so broad and could be enforced in ways that are really up for interpretation, as we'll look at the examples of videos that
also, I love that they're actually posting blogs.
I always say that to them. I'm I go, bro, why are you guys posting blogs? You're a video platform, and you guys can't even make videos to announce this shit.
You're supposed to be like so progressive and
It's a video platform. Nobody reads shit.
Like the future. Blogs? I feel like that's so... I don't even hear this word anymore.
Yeah, a blog. You mean a vlog.
Right.
You mean a vlog, right? Yeah. YouTube will also ban implied threats of violence, which again seems like something that they probably already did. Implied threats of violence, like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy.
Mm-hmm.
A row erupted in June. So this is, I think, what many people point to as the genesis for this new harassment policy. A row erupted in June after a prominent video maker said he had been the target of abuse by another YouTuber. At the time, YouTube said its rules had not been broken, but it has now deleted many of those videos in question. Now, what they're talking about is Steven Crowder, which here I have was kept referencing to this reporter for Vox, whose name is Gay Wonk, by the way, on Twitter. And I feel like I shouldn't be saying that, but that is his name on Twitter. So I was like, Dan, can I say Gay Wonk?
Does it mean anything?
So Dan explained to me that a wonk is like a political junkie. But a wonk almost sounds like a epithet, like a racial slur. You wonk.
I was thinking like a wank.
Oh, gay wank? No, you can't say that. You can't say gay wank. How dare you?
Would have been
Well, a wank is like a...
right.
Yeah.
I thought that it was like...
No, he's a gay wonk.
Making a joke on that.
He's a gay wonk. That's his Twitter handle. I mean, it feels wrong to say, though. But anyway, regardless, he says, so this is back in May 30th. And he says, so I have a pretty thick skin when it comes to online harassment, but something has been really bothering me. Since I started working at Vox, Steven Crowder has been making video after video debunking Strike Through. I guess that's his series. Every single video has included repeated overt attacks on my sexual orientation and ethnicity. Let's watch this was a huge thing. I think we even talked about it, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah, we covered this.
And so at the time, I'll show you this video, but at the time, YouTube responded, what the fuck is this phone number?
What?
Oh.
Well, I think it was that he got doxxed.
I got doxxed and people were... yeah, that sucks. That's happened to me. I know how that's shitty that is. But anyway, YouTube responded by saying, while we think this content is despicable, it doesn't break any of our rules, so we're unable to act.
That's so weird.
Which was like, whoa, I think like... That was a ballsy play because I think that pissed everybody off. You know, but now they have rules. So all these videos by Crowder were removed. But anyway, here's what Crowder said about gay wonk.
Video with our favorite lispy sprite from Vox. It's ridiculous. It's bonkers. You're being given a free pass as a crappy writer because you're gay.
That's center line on his little queer graph there. What is
well, now
line?
the graph
I mean,
is queer.
Statements like you've been given a pass as being a shitty writer because you're gay. I mean, is that harassment? I guess what he's showing is the repeated
I think it's
pattern.
The repeated,
yeah.
like it.
I mean, that's a pretty shitty thing.
If it was just that one.
Okay, so the little
he did. He went through the effort of compiling all these.
For rape, Mr. Queer eating chips on the Vox channel.
Chip, 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 but you can eat just one, like dicks.
This is what Mr. Gay Vox wants to do. Mr. Lispy Queer from Vox. What were you holding, Gay Latino from Vox? Even his hand movement and fast motion is gay. Now we're here with the short-haired angry lesbian on Skype. And cable news
I'm not sure
bitching,
why he
two gay
keeps
guys sitting there eating
calling
banana.
attention to that. Like,
yeah, it's weird.
It's kind of.
2 weeks later,
it is weird.
Probably along to his next Pride Parade outfit. This guy on the gay semi-Latino Vox. Oh, okay, so you really are just an angry little queer. All right, I can't deal with this Sprite anymore. Okay, he just sachets across without like just the gay Vox Sprite is wrong.
Sprite? Is that derogatory?
Tranny, Your Honor.
Like a fairy?
Lispy, angry
is that what he means by Sprite? Why does he keep calling him a Sprite?
I have no idea.
Hadn't really heard that one before.
Sprite is a fairy.
Yeah, like a fairy, I guess. Yes.
He likes that Sprite insult.
Vox sachet across your screen and try and tell you otherwise. Or you, by the way, the gay Mexican guy, the gay Latino V-neck. Gay Mexican. Mexican gay guy used to work. Mexican gay Latino there at Vox. Gay Latino from Vox.
I mean, he's definitely obsessed with this guy's sexuality.
Surprisingly flaccid chest, considering how thin he is. It's very bizarre to me. At home.
Is this guy gay? I mean, I'm getting kind of gay vibes from Crowder that he wants to fuck gay wonk. Like,
otherwise, why is he so obsessed?
He's so obsessed with his sexuality. I think Crowder is into Mr. Carlos here.
You know, you're not the first one to speculate.
Really?
That about him. Yeah, I've heard that about him.
I mean, it's kind of outrageous. It's like, dude, maybe you should just suck a dick and see if you like it. You know what I mean?
God.
I guess am I harassing Crowder now? No, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't make comments. If I started every podcast with saying, I think Crowder needs to suck a dick and see if he likes it because I think he's gay, that might be harassment, but I don't know. I guess it would be, right? According to YouTube.
I feel like this case is definitely seems like a problem.
Well, it's malicious, that's for sure.
Not really cool, and I can see how that would invite like really awful comments, you know, from his viewers. Like people who watch this. There's something that he's saying between the lines, right? About this guy Carlos that.
And at least according to him, it's not just it did, right?
Yeah.
Like he got doxxed by his followers.
Well, I'm not surprised. If I was, part of this guy's fan base, people are crazy, right? We all agree on that, especially ones who are fanatic about things. So if I was a fanatic person of Crowder's, then I can see me taking this way too far because he's really building him as like a boogeyman. But regardless, that's what started it. At the time, YouTube said, hey, we can't do anything about this. Well, they crafted the new rules, and they can now do something about it. So they removed all of the videos talking about that reporter. And apparently, people are, prior to the changes, YouTube had already banned videos that contain explicit threats of violence, bullied someone about their appearance, revealed somebody's personal information, and encouraged viewers to harass an individual. But the new policy also bans veiled or implied threats of violence, such as saying, you better watch out.
Really? That's my sentence.
You better watch, or you say, what would you say?
Watch out.
Watch out. Oh, you can say that. I don't think anyone takes you seriously. I don't think yours is a veiled threat. It's an outright threat. Simulated violence towards an individual, malicious insults based on protected attributes such as race, gender, and sexual orientation. YouTube said the new policy will apply to everyone, including politicians, popular YouTube stars, as well as general public. Video makers who consistently break the rules will have their ability to earn advertising revenue restricted and may have videos deleted or their channel closed. The company said there will be some exemptions from the new policy, including insults used in scripted satire. Oh, well, that's interesting because I feel like I got to bring that up later in this bit. Remember they said that. Exempts including insults used in scripted satire.
Stand-up comedy or music.
Yeah. So actually, funnily enough, now that YouTube has acted on behalf of Gay Wonk, should I just call him by his name?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Crowder-Maza. It's his Twitter handle. I mean, the guy named himself Gay Wonk on Twitter. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know, but...
Dan, what do you got? Can I call him Gay Wonk or should I just call him
Carlos?
Carlos. Okay.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's his Twitter handle.
I mean, you're right. It is his Twitter handle, but it seems to be bugging you. So just don't.
Okay,
just don't go
it's
there.
bugging.
You know?
Yeah, great. So Carlos from Vox, his reaction to YouTube's new policy is extreme skepticism. Malicious insults were already prohibited under YouTube's anti-hate and anti-harassment policies. YouTube rolls out policies like this to distract reporters from the real story. YouTube's non-enforcement. I disagree. People already moved on past this. I feel like this is not. If they were just trying to do PR, they would have removed the videos at the time. So I disagree with him on that one. I think YouTube makes exceptions for popular creators like Crowder, even when moderators flag. They just removed all of his videos, so.
Well, hold on. Is that confirmed that they removed all of his videos? I thought he took down all of his own videos himself.
Oh, well, I saw...
trying to preempt getting taken down.
I don't know. I saw somewhere that all of his videos were removed, where he talked about him.
Let me... Because I read differently, but it seems...
Well, I think...
I'm going to try and figure it out right now, because...
He goes on, malicious insults are only a small part of the problem on YouTube. The bigger problem is hateful content, stuff that targets entire groups. Ben Shapiro smearing Muslims as terrorists. Lawrence Southern railing against mass migration. This is hate speech with a smile. See, that to me is a very slippery slope. A kind of really, I don't know. I just have to strongly disagree with. I mean, Ben Shapiro was entitled to have whether you agree with him or not, he should be able to talk about. He's saying he can't discuss Muslim his take on like a religion because it's hate speech. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is a huge topic of conversation. Muslims.
It gets really tough if you
mass migration. I mean, dude, you can oppose migration. I don't know. That seems kind of insane. That statement strikes me as remarkably insane.
Also, I mean, you just have to take it step by step. They're doing something, so that's good. Like, you can't expect everything at once, too.
And this is the problem with kind of these, for lack of better word, I don't like saying this, but like social justice warriors, let's just say, for lack of a better word, let's say, it's never enough. Their mission is always to push it further and to never be satisfied. I think by the definition of their belief system and their ethos is that you're always pushing for change and you're never satisfied. So it's hard to satisfy these people. Demonetization doesn't work on YouTube. It never has. People let Crowder make money through merch sales and direct donations, not AdSense. As long as YouTube gives them a platform, they'll keep breaking the rules. Demonetization doesn't work. Bro, that's wrong. Also, you just want them to start banning people that you don't like? I'm sorry, dude. No. I don't know why he just can't take this as a victory. Like, YouTube loves to manage PR crises by rolling out vague content policies that don't actually enforce. These policies only work if YouTube is willing to take down its most popular rule breakers, and there's no reason so far to believe that they did. Well, they did do that. As far as I can tell, they removed a lot of very popular videos that's pissing people off. And, you know.
Let's see what Dan comes back with. Cause
yeah, I'm not.
Know.
I'm Googling around trying to figure it out, and I can't seem to find confirmation one way or another.
Well,
I mean, one thing, if you go to his channel, Crowder's channel, I mean, he's got a bajillion videos up, so it's not like he got deplatformed or anything.
No, he didn't get deplatformed, but if they didn't remove any of his videos, if he took them down first, we definitely know for sure that they did take down a lot of very famous, or I don't know, a lot. Right. They took down famous videos, so there's no reason to believe that they wouldn't. I mean, especially if this was the genesis for this whole rule to begin with. It seems that either he removed them before the rule went into effect or YouTube removed them. I don't know which. Although he did make a video saying that the purge was coming, and I don't know what the fuck, but there's another group that Carlos was retweeting called Ban Google from Pride, who also agrees that they haven't gone far enough. While it's great that YouTube says they are making improvements to policies which they have been insisting are already good enough, we don't think these changes are meaningful. Many of us have taken to referring to not just policies but policies and practices, precisely because existing policies could have been enough in many cases. How you actually enforce them is far more important. Well, that's true. I'm not going to read this. Who cares? But you get the idea. So, on one hand, Crowder made like an 11-minute long video about it. I guess I should pull that up to give it the full story. Eh? Can you give me that Twitter video, Dan?
It's funny how YouTube can never, like, it seems like they can never do the right thing at the right time.
It's true.
They're always having trouble. I don't know why at the moment when it was brought up that he was making those videos, they didn't do anything.
It's like a year later now.
And now they're doing this, and now everyone's confused. Like, where is this coming from?
It's just a bureaucracy, dude. Like I always say, people think that YouTube's this huge monolith. There's like 20 people running it. Mm-hmm. Seriously. And then when they want to make a policy change, there's lawyers, there's PR. Then they have different lawyer teams for different countries because they operate in so many different countries. And they have to, it's insane, the bureaucracy behind policy shifts like this. Are you guys fishing up that Crowder video?
You talking about the Purge one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just found it. Hold on. Here it is.
Thank you, Dan. So you guys saw the Carlos's response, so now here's Crowder's response, just in the,
the YouTube Purge. It's something that a lot of people have been talking about. A lot of rumors circulating. There's a lot of information out there. Some of it true, some of it untrue. Gosh, I wish I were aging into a silver fox, but instead I just look like a hobo getting a gray here in my channel. And more importantly, the conservative community on YouTube at large, or really the YouTube community at large, because as we saw from the recent controversy, it didn't... it wasn't relegated to only the conservative community. Okay. The YouTube Purge is happening. Let me say that. This is something a lot of people have talked about for a while. December 10th, December 11th, some new policies coming down the pike. A lot of people have been concerned, ourselves included. It is happening.
Bro, talk. Say something.
What we acted by it. Okay? We do know that this...
At least Carlos had the dignity of just explaining what he thought in a tweet. 9 minutes, 30 seconds, man. Come on.
By this channel over the summer. And certainly not sorry for the content that we've created and that you've come to enjoy. I don't apologize for that, but obviously my heart goes out to if there are any future conservatives or future independent voices who are affected because some people got their feelings hurt. So we do know that this is why the policies have been created.
Okay, I can't. But you get the gist, right?
Created.
I mean, the purge is coming. Here, let's see.
I just wonder if he ever actually defines what that means. Because again, it's like I'm on his page right now. All these videos.
Dan, what are you eating? What are you eating?
What do you think?
Chips?
Yeah,
it sounds like you were eating ice cream or something.
Sounds like you got a chip problem.
I do a little bit.
True.
You're a chipaholic.
Chipaholic.
Gonna have to take care of that.
You stopped smoking and now you got a chip addiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think I'm glad you're eating chips and not smoking, so I'm not going to give you hate for that. Those are good.
Honestly.
Yeah, you make a good point, Dan. Before I cut you off for your chip offense, you make a good point. I mean, the purge. If the purge is here, it's not very effective.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's been brought to my
purge.
I mean, I do think that we're not going to see this rule enforced very much. That's my feeling.
It really kind of seems like nothing really changed. Like you said, it's like the policy is just kind of reiterating. Like they're saying it's new policy, but how is it different than the old policy?
It just, I really don't know.
Yeah.
I guess they did add specific rules like they said the part about like they said that they'll take it as a pattern of behavior. So if maybe they don't break the rules in one video, but if they keep harassing somebody, then they can look at it as a pattern of behavior and call it, oh, that's harassment. We're not going to allow that anymore. You know?
Even if an individual video doesn't cross our policy line.
I think that's that's new.
It's a little bit of nuance.
Yeah. So whatever. The purge is coming. Okay. So let's look at, for example, notable videos that were removed. Content Cop on Leafy was removed, and that one shocked a lot of us in the YouTube community. Idubs tweeted, download your favorite bowling videos before YouTube takes them down. Here's the email he got. As you may know, our community guidelines describes content. Bro, you just put it out. I think that's fine. As you may know, it's like you just changed it.
But basically, what I would guess is that it's probably because he made fun of his looks with the chin.
So in the case of this specific video, the whole point is that he was bullying him.
Right.
Of course, I would hope that it would be more nuanced than that, because the whole point is that Leafy was a bully.
Leafy was the actual one that really was bullying.
And so Ian was making this rhetorical point, this artistic. I think there's even an argument for an artistic, a parody, yeah.
Which is
what they said. What did they say? We make exceptions for parodies, scripted parodies.
Scripted satire, specifically.
I think that he really is making a valid point. And he even says in the video, I'm going to bully him because he's a bully, and that's how you teach bullies.
Yeah.
And he makes fun of his looks. But okay, so YouTube doesn't have any nuance, and so they took down that video. At least we can say we know why it was removed, even if we disagree, and hope that they have more nuance. You know, interestingly, none of his other content cops were removed, only this one.
Yeah, it's just weird.
So people were joking about how Keemstar kept refreshing it, hoping that his content cop got removed. Yeah, only that one was removed, interestingly. Now, this one really upsetted me, and I didn't get it. Zach, Psychic Pebbles, made a video about the Fine Bros many years ago. This re-upload is from 2013. Fine Bros React. Man, Zach was like prophetic, because this is from 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are even more out of control than they were then. And this video was removed.
You can't watch it.
Can I not watch it? Can I not comment on it?
It was removed.
Kind of true.
So anyway, it's just a joke about how they're basically milking this one idea for reactions, and they're making a shitload of money, and they're beating a dead horse. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of satire.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And there's really nothing wrong with it, especially considering that it's a scripted satire, that it's very thoughtful, that it is a specific criticism against them.
And it is so clear that it's satire from the beginning. There's no question.
I mean, here, I'll show you the beginning. I don't think they'll have a problem. Let me just show and give an excerpt.
We've done kids react, teens react, elders react, YouTubers react, Holocaust survivors react, Down syndromers react, babies react, and child molesters react. What else can we do?
We need more ideas. The cash chute is running low.
I mean, you get the idea. This is the premise, right?
Well, what will we do?
So, and it's definitely not harassment. I mean, this is one video. Zach never talked about them again. So this video was removed when they wrote out the new policy, and I'm stuck here wondering, well, the video is extraordinarily vulgar, and I would understand if it got removed on that basis, but the vulgarity existed before the new rule.
Well, just age restricted.
Yeah, just age restricted. Why are we... I don't know. It really sucks because that was just such a great piece. To just dismiss it as harassment, I think it's disappointing.
I feel like this one is such a typical satire. Like, why? Even if you're a fan of that channel, you can still watch this and laugh at it. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not harassment.
It's just a funny exaggeration of what they're doing.
That they're just exactly, Ela. Like the Fine Bros, I wouldn't imagine that they would be so offended by this video.
Yeah.
I would hope not. But there you have it. So I don't know. I find that really quite disappointing. And, well, I don't really know what to say about that. I find it concerning that this was one of the ones removed. But besides these two are kind of the most notable in terms of what I'm aware of. So there wasn't that many.
Yeah, seems like it.
I didn't have any removed, by the way, which is kind of... I expected to have a couple removed. When I was like, oh, fuck, let me check my email, see what got. But nada.
I mean, I'd like to think that we're not bullying anyone, so...
well, I don't think Zach is bullying anyone either, but there you have it.
I agree.
You even had a video about the Fine Brothers.
I did.
Yeah, we did.
You know?
I definitely had a video about the Fine Bros.
It just proves that it's totally arbitrary. Like,
and I made fun of the way the guy looked. I mean, he's a weird-looking dude, and I definitely talked about that. You know?
I remember.